welcome to my series of TV reviews where I talk about reviews for TV shows that I've watched during a particular year. This one is a new one, and I spoke about it in a previous video, where it is the season 2 of One Punch Man, an anime about a hero that nobody has any idea about. That's why, like, when they came out with the video game for it, it's literally called One Punch Man, the hero nobody knows. Because literally, the Hero Association has no idea what this guy can do, and yet... So, I mentioned in the previous video that I had a lot of thoughts about Season 2. One big primary thought is that the vast majority of the 12 episodes that we are given is dedicated to a single day. Now, that is very slow storytelling. Ooh. And the biggest problem that I have is that because Saitama is not really like the main character, because the majority of the story is actually shown from other people's perspectives, you get a lot of jumping between plot points. You have Saitama, who is trying to learn about martial arts in a fighting tournament. You have Genos, who is trying to basically be a hero and help take down monsters when he needs to. You have the Hero Association, who are fighting against the now created Monster Association, who are sending monsters out in waves. And you have the introduction of Garo. Garo is by far the character that I never thought I would actually identify with. And by fucking God, did he hit me like a wrecking ball. Because Garo is the former protege of a Class S hero, I think rank 4 or 3, Silver Fang, who's an older man. He teaches a martial arts dojo. Well, before the story starts from season 1, Garo had gotten fed up with working under Silver Fang, or Master Bang, and he basically attacked every single one of Silver Fang's proteges. And he was then beaten and then summarily kicked out by Bang. I'm gonna switch back and forth between calling him Bang and Silver Fang because they rhyme. But now Garo has the drive to show that he is the greatest monster, even though he's human, but he wants to be seen as a monster because he's always identified with monsters. When he was a kid, he always had the superhero shows where the monster was always getting beat up by Justice Man, and he got angry about it, especially because the kids on the playground would force him to be the monster. Well, they were the heroes and always beat up on him. And then the time when he stood up for himself, they ganged up on him and made him out to be the bad guy. And I have never identified with a character more in my life. Dear God, I saw those and I'm like, oh, just hit me where it hurts. I was shook. And the way Garo is treated in here, yeah, he is a bad guy. And there's no denying that fact. He makes it very clear that he is a hero hunter. He uses his strength, his abilities to take down heroes, especially Class S. And he makes no qualms about that. But there is an air of sadness with him that just comes from being always seen as an outsider. And I will say that there is a section that really kind of made me feel icky toward the heroes. Because there's a section when Garo is not only been hurt by his going after Class S heroes and getting whooped by one of them, and not only is he struggling with the wounds, he's developed a fever because of infection, and he's trying to hide out. And he ends up making friends with this little kid who showed him a hero's almanac. And with that almanac, he's able to learn more about the heroes, their secret moves, and like techniques that they use. But because he's been using this almanac and this kid, he has gotten the attention of a lot of heroes, including 8 total heroes ranging from Class A to Class B, all coming after him at the same time while he's injured and sick. And this group, mind you, no Class S, so they are lower rank than what he's been rocking since started. And they all decide that they're going to take down Garou themselves. I have such a problem with this because it's like, yes, he is a danger. But you guys are letting your personal egos get in the way of you actually taking down a known threat. This guy took on multiple Class S heroes and has wasted them. He hasn't killed them. He hasn't killed anyone. But he has severely damaged them. And you all think that you're going to actually take him down. Yeah, you have a great strategy, but this guy was trained by an S-class hero of high rank. You have to have some respect for that. And the part that really gets me is that up until the second episode of this actual fight, because this takes place over like 2 episodes, Garou is severely limited because 1, he's sick, 2, he's injured already, and 3, one of the heroes has poison arrows that he has now been stuck with. And because of the range of heroes that he's fighting, he is basically backed into a corner. He can't do anything without one of them catching him off guard. And it's not until he's able to actually turn the tables that it shows how good of a monster he is, or at least how good of a strategist he is. Because his whole saying is, everything is one step at a time. Just have to start one step. And it almost feels like this whole season is just about Garou and his descent into trying to be a monster. And the other half of the season is all about the Monster Association showing up. And basically you have all these high-ranking monsters basically doing what the Hero Association did, but better. Because they actually will get rid of the deadweight and find only the strongest monsters to take on everyone. And they have an absolutely unstoppable force in Centauro. Centauro is literally a citywide centipede who is indestructible. Mind you, the only person that has ever been able to actually nearly kill him was the rank 1 Class S hero Blast, who we still have not met in the anime. He has appeared in the manga, but I don't read the manga. I watch the anime. And he's the only one who nearly killed Centauro. He didn't actually kill him, he nearly did. But Blast is nowhere to be found, and no one can seem to touch this guy. They can hurt him, but not actually get rid of him. He is absolutely unstoppable. But again, remember, Saitama is here. But while Saitama is not in the main plot of the series with the Monster Association and Garou, he's off trying to learn martial arts as the strongest man in the world, learning martial arts, and he is just wasting everyone that he comes in contact with a single punch. Not even trying. Like, he's not even trying. But he ends up going against this guy named Siryu, who is like his polar opposite. Like, he knows he's strong, he shows it, but he has an absolute disdain for heroes. And, oh, the reckoning he gets with Saitama is just fantastic. And you end up seeing, like, someone who is exceptionally strong just get the floor wiped with them. They get absolutely wrecked by monsters who show up. And it's hard to watch Siryu get his shit wrecked, but it's also quite fitting because of all the shit that he was spewing beforehand and the absolute smugness that he has. It's nice. But I will say that Siryu did end up asking Saitama if he could be a disciple, and Saitama said, absolutely not. And I laughed because it's like, you learned from Genos. You said yes to him without thinking. But honestly, like, season 2, I don't love as much as season 1, especially because of the heartrending feelings that I have, especially towards Garu. But I do enjoy it because I'll watch them back to back. And it is good. I highly recommend it. The fights with Saitama are boring because one punch, gone, done. But the fights with everyone else are quite fun. And you got to see a lot more of the Class S heroes, got to see a lot more Class A heroes fighting, and it really felt like they were trying to show off more of their extended cast. So that was quite fun. So I highly recommend it. If you like season 1, give season 2 a watch as well. So thank you all for watching, and I hope I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!